Hello, I'm Dr. Bond. The first one today is about Albert Einstein and Kurt Gödel, and my good friend Albert. Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879. We'd call that Pi Day now. He wouldn't have called it that if for no other reason that he's a European and they'd put the day first. It'll be 14/3, which, why would you call that pi? It's not. Now, this is Albert. He's got the hair thing going. Early picture of him. He's not very old in that one, but he's still not fanatical about combing his hair. And when we look at the bow tie there, I just couldn't resist saying, I've got to get the bow tie back to the circus by 5 p.m. or they'll charge me for another day. It's an interesting photograph. Not so much an afro as a Euro. Here he's sitting, he's got a tie on. Now, as a younger man, he cleaned up fine. He was presenting things at serious places. German, serious things about what he does. And as a put a tie on, do other things. As he got older, he got less fond of that. Now here he is, even now, in the right hand one, he's got the hair thing going there a little bit, and the darker thing. But we think of Albert Einstein as kind of letting his hair go and not really giving a big damn, and pretty much you think of Albert Einstein as pretty much one long bad hair day. And so I am looking at pictures for a different talk of Albert Einstein, and I noticed something purely by accident. There he is, and he's older. He's worn ties and things when he's younger, but he's got a tie on, and he's got a suit on, and he's groomed his hair, kinda. He's slicked that back, and he's done some other things as much as he's going to do, and I'm thinking, what in the world would cause him to do that? He's had his picture taken a lot. He's had to do other things. It turns out Kurt Gödel, that was the world master of symbolic logic used in mathematics, the foundations of mathematics. And here he is with his pal Albert Einstein. When they got out of Germany, they went to, not together, but they happened to wind up at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. There they are together. He was a mathematical logician as a separate branch of mathematics. It was logic from some more formal mathematics. And the Gödel incompleteness theorem was that you can't disprove certain things are true, but yet it can't be shown from inside that system that they're incomplete. I bought a book about that one time, and I was going to try and understand it, and I am none the wiser than when I bought the book. I tried to plow through that, and you could ask me about anything. I found it heavy going, and they were trying to simplify it for people like me, and it didn't entirely work. But later in life, and Einstein thought that was a great achievement, later in life, he gets this. When you get a later in life thing, here's Albert Einstein, hair slicked back, wearing a tie. And that's a quote from Kurt Gödel. He was asked what was the greatest honor he had ever received in his life, and Kurt Gödel said it's not even close, nowhere near it. My good friend, Albert Einstein, my good friend Albert, put on a tie specifically to present me with this award that I got for the incompleteness theorem in front of our entire community. He said it was the greatest intellectual achievement of the 20th century. He put a tie on, slicked his hair back, and gave a beautiful little speech in front of our scientific community. And he said, I will never be again so honored in my life, and to think about it even now brings tears to my eyes. I can't imagine anybody being so honored. Kurt Gödel, the greatest logician in history. Here they are palling around. I just think that's such a beautiful story that I wanted to share that. There's meanings behind these photographs we look at. Thank you very much.